Rhodes University, an institution that prides itself with its academic excellence, took steps of transferring that excellence from the lecture room to the sports field, as the rugby side participated in the very first Varsity Shield competition in 2017. However, results in that competition have meant that next year's edition will be all about trying to salvage their status. Talent, leadership, determination, and character are some of the qualities that will be needed by any player who will want to be a part of the team that tries to salvage the status. Who is the man that's been tasked to be ahead of that? I've got him right here next to me. Coach Qondani Katywa, aka Coach Carlos. Coach, before we even delve into the interview itself, on behalf of the Gold Coast male sports team, I'd like to congratulate you on your appointment, and I also thank you for joining us this afternoon.
No, thanks, sir. It's my pleasure.
All right, Coach, before we go straight for polls in terms of going straight into the things on the field, I want to just kick for touch for a moment and just find out more about you, your journey as a coach leading up to where you are right now as Rhodes University's rugby coach.
But my initial coaching started off when I was in Durban. Coached a primary school called DPHS. Yeah. So I started coaching there. I coached their young under 11 Bs. So it was actually just a part-time job back then. Aspiration was to play. Eventually played in Durban, got hurt, got injured, got back, drafted to Alice. I played a few years there, played 1 year of Varsity Shield, and then I was drafted into coaching.
Very interesting history from our coach, and we'll be hoping a lot of that experience can come through when our boys need you the most next year. As I just mentioned in my introduction, it's a very crucial year for the boys because the results last year meant that now this year we have to pick it up, or else we might lose our status as a Varsity Shield university. But having been a member of the opposition last year, having played against Rhodes University, what were the few qualities on the team that you may have picked up last year, and what do you hope to improve from what you've seen so far?
There were a lot of characteristics that I picked up within the side. The never say die attitude that they had, and the willingness to participate and play until the last moment. They had a good way of playing. I enjoyed the flow of the ball, but they lacked a lot of discipline. When I speak of discipline, there are many characteristics that can be applied. I don't think they were a united team. I also think from getting a background though, I don't think they had prepared well. Their preparations were scratchy, and you could just pick it up from the previous games they played. When we did analysis on them, they always faded away in the last 10-20 minutes. So it was an issue of the preparations prior, their off-season and the periodic planning. So it just showed that they weren't well prepared, and I think they were also shell-shocked or newcomers of the competition. So they didn't really know what was coming and what was going. So I think for me it was just baby steps, and it's just a foundation from where they were last year to where we're going to start from this year.
Coach, interesting that you bring up the preparation. I remember speaking to the former coach, Qondani, and he also lamented the preparation aspect of the game, a massive aspect of the game. So, because you've already picked up that it was lacking last year, what are some of the things that you're looking to do to try and rectify that preparation aspect and make sure that we don't have the same issues going to next year?
What we've done and what we've gone about doing is transforming the club, first of all, into more professional setup. We picked up a club that was more of a semi-social, rugby playing side. So I came about and changed all of that. We had structures in place. We had to change different ways of doing things. We had to change our preparations of how we conduct ourselves as players. We had to change our morals as players. We had to go and re-establish our culture, and we had to re-establish our morals and discipline. So it takes a lot of work behind closed doors before we can have the full product done.
How do you come to a university like Rhodes University, where you've mentioned that players are more about let's play socially when you're away from our academics, and you change the mentality to, okay, now let's play because we want to play rugby and we want to represent the university and we want to take the universities, I want to elevate the university's level?
True. Like I said, we had to sit down and evaluate the situation. We had to look at the culture. The culture takes a big position when it comes to a team sport, camaraderie, and the willingness to play. We've stated already that we noticed and we understood that the socialism that the university, or let me say the club, or the rugby club, had established. Now, we had to go and evaluate how can we change the mentality of the guys to start having the hunger, the zeal, the willingness to want to participate in this semi-professional varsity shield competition. Now, first things first, we had to go and look at aligning ourselves with life skills coach, mental skills coach, who will take and redirect the guys' minds and need to understand that we're no longer playing socially. There's a lot at stake. The university's name is at stake. People's pride and family. I mean, Rhodes University has a long, rich history. And now for us to come and compete for 1 year, it will just state and send a wrong message out there. So we had to go and align ourselves with well-equipped people who focused on the mind factors and psychological part of things. And we had to go and establish rules and regulations.
And Coach, last year we were part of a rather successful University of Forte side that managed to make it all the way to the final, unfortunately losing out to UWC in the end. But it seems as if a lot of things worked for you. Now, what are some of the aspects that worked for you at UFH that you're hoping to bring into the Rhodes University side?
Look, first things first, we need to take into account that the University of Forte had been in this competition for the last 5 to 7 years. So a lot of work, preparation, and a lot of experience had to take part. Creates a losing side because it has never been always about winning in the University of Forte. We've lost a fair share of years, and so I understand how it is to lose, and I understand how it is to win. So I'm bringing about the experience that I got within those 7 years working with them. There were highs and there were lows. So it is important that I bring that history with me so that I can achieve better things and even bring my own element of ideas that I had and maybe couldn't instill on the other side. I'm a firm believer in hard work, dedication, and I enjoy a bit of skills there and there. But being a player myself, I understand that talent can actually be one of the most destroying key elements in a team building phase. In a team maintaining and trying to go further, you can have talent because you'll have guys who actually know each other. But now we are in a building phase. We need guys who've got determination, not necessarily talent, who want to work hard, team players. I'm looking for team players, people who are willing to learn. I'm not looking for stars, I'm looking for guys who are willing to learn and who have determination and who's willing to abide and go by the rules of the university, and which is just discipline.